watched my last video, which was going loopy, you'll remember that I made a loop using what I found out later is called a Larkshead knot, and then bound the loose end and coated it with liquid electrical tape. And in the comments made, one comment informed me that what I'd made was a Larkshead knot, and another person apparently, before they saw me put the liquid electrical tape on, thought that the knot would not be strong enough to hold, which got me to thinking, and being the kind of experimental guy I am, maybe it'd be a good idea to test this knot out and see if my commenter was right rather than risk losing my magnet. So I ordered a piece of equipment that measures up to 600 pounds of pull force, and I have the knot is made in 500-pound paracord. So we're going to test today and see how much stress this knot can take. If you haven't watched Going Loopy, before you watch this video, which I'm going to title Going Loopy 2, I suggest you stop at the moment, go back, watch Going Loopy, and then come up and pick this one up. So I'm going to pause the camera for a moment while I get this set up so you can see the readout on the meter, and we'll get right to testing. So thank you much. All right. So here we are. If you remember, here's the knot that I made. I've transferred it from the magnet to the testing device, and it has the coating on there. And then here we have the meter, which will tell us how many pounds of force we're putting on to the rope. See if I can get this moved around so you can see it properly. I'm going to try and just get the knot in there if I can. And this is, we're going to be testing this in foot-pounds. So it's how many pounds of pressure force is on the rope rather than kilograms. I'm just wondering if I turn this overhead light off, if it might be easier to read. So let's try that. Nope, not easier to read at all. All right, let's get this set up here. You can just sort of see the knot on the left-hand side. You can see the meter here on the right. So I'm going to start putting pressure on this knot, and we'll see what happens. Well, we're up to 40 pounds so far. Nothing snapped or bit me yet. Up to 70, I'm sort of jumping around there, but it looks like we're somewhere around the 70 mark. Well, I had no idea what's going to give first, if it'll be the knot or the rope or me. We're up to basically right around 100 pounds there. I'm just looking to see if I have some gloves to put on, but I don't see any. If this thing snaps, I don't want it whiplashing into my arm, and you might hear me yellow mama or something. How are we doing here? Well, we're up to basically 130 pounds of stress, and I'm wondering if the pipe I have this mounted on is going to hold, because it looks like it's starting to bow. As you can see, there's the knot. Still seems to be holding up. Just put a white rag under it so you can see it better. And we're sitting at about 130 pounds of strength on there. That's pretty taut. Almost sounds like a out-of-tune guitar. I'm just going to pause this for a minute and find some gloves to put on, because if this thing snaps, I really don't want it hitting my arm. Hang on a second. Alrighty, I've put on some padding here to protect myself, so let's see where we're going to go with this. What's amazing me is that this knot is holding, the string is holding, the device is holding, but the pipe that I've mounted it on is slowly bending. Isn't that pretty amazing? That's a lot of force. That's I think why the reading keeps changing, because the pipe is giving. Either that or the paracord is slowly stretching out, one of the two. I'm not sure which. But you see it keeps changing there on us. Very interesting. So what do you think is happening? Do you think, see how the poundage keeps dropping? I had it up to 170, it's dropped back down. Do you think it's the string stretching out, or do you think it's the little bit of curvature in the pipe? So I honestly don't know how much stress is on this string. Right now it says it's 134 pounds, but like I say, we did have it up to 170. Here we're back up to 152. Let's see if it stays there. No, it's going back down again. That's amazing, isn't it? So I don't know how much further to push this, but we know it'll take up. We've had it up to we've had it up to 169, 173. So we know it'll take up to 170 pounds. I'm going to stop putting any more pressure on this because my pipe is starting to look like a longbow. I just can't believe how it's bending the pipe. I figured the string would give out long before the pipe bent. So I will either have to get a stronger pipe or just settle for the fact that we know this knot will hold up to 170 pounds. And I'll be honest with you, if I get hooked on something that weighs that much, I'm probably going to be asking for some help to get it out, because I don't know if my back would take pulling 170 pounds out of the water. Anyway, this answers the question of if your magnet got hooked on a 30-pound sign, if you'd be able to pull it out, and the answer is, I would say yes. I think if I'm going to test this any further, I'll have to take it to I'd have to take it to a lab where they have an enclosed thing to test it with. But there's so much tension on this rope right now that I'm afraid if I put any more tension on, it's going to just probably snap, and somebody's going to get hurt, namely me. But as you can see, the knot's still there. It's still holding. So I think it would do okay. And I think if I stuck my magnet on something that weighed 100 and look at that, isn't that interesting? How it's slowly dropping. So I don't know if the rope is just slowly stretching out or what's going on, but the weight is slowly dropping down there. Well, that at least answers our question as to whether the knot will hold. I'm thinking, looking at this, that the string is more likely to break before the knot gives, just from looking at the tautness of the string. I'm going to move this over just so you can see. Can you see the curvature in the pipe? That's pretty intense. The pipe would curve like that. If I can hold this underneath here. Look at that, how that pipe is bowing. That's a lot of pressure. I'm going to guess that if this scale, if that pipe hadn't bent, we'd be well over 200 pounds. But as you can see, it's slowly decreasing. I think it's a combination of the string stretching and the pipe bending. Anyway, we've answered the question to a point. Whether this would go up to 500 pounds and have the rope snap, or if the knot would give, I'm not sure. But for me, personally, I'm satisfied that this knot will serve me quite well on my magnet. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you want me to test the strength of something else, just send me a comment, and I'll take it under consideration. Alrighty, take care, God bless, stay safe. Bye-bye. Just a quick addendum to the test. You can see here the rope. The one nearest at the bottom is after the test. The one at the top is before the test. So you can see how much that rope actually stretched. You can see how much thinner it is than it was originally. So I think part of the disappearing poundage on the meter was going into the stretching of the rope. You can actually see here, that's where the grip for the machine was holding onto the rope. And you can just see what a difference, huh? Just skinnied it right out there. Now I just need to find a machine to put myself in and see if I can skinny myself out like that. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Alrighty, again, I hope you enjoyed this. We now know that the Larkshead knot will hold probably up to around 200 pounds at least. Again, I just didn't want to push it the way the pipe was bending, and not having any protection between me and the rope, which was probably silly on my part. I didn't want to risk having something snap and either myself get injured and or the machine get broken, or who knows what might happen. But our main goal has been achieved in that we know that this knot will hold at least 200 pounds. And like I say, if you get a magnet stuck on something 200 pounds or heavier, chances are you're going to need someone else to help you get it out anyway. So I hope this puts your mind at ease, and you can go out magnet fishing in comfort knowing your rope and your knot, your Larkshead knot with the binding and liquid electrical tape on it, will do the job for you. Right, God bless you, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.